Okay.
Hey Lisa,
Hey, how's it going?
it's going great. I just wanted to talk to you a little bit about our coaching together and what that was like for you. Can you tell me a little bit about where you were before we started working and why you decided to do coaching?
Yeah. I was one of those students who came in. I wasn't one of the beginners. I was one of those who's been at this for years, and I was just stuck in ways that I didn't even realize I was stuck. So I had stuff. I understood a lot about writing and how it worked, but
Mhm.
I really had no knowledge about all the tools out there that I could use that have kind of evolved. I've been a bit of a dinosaur, which is sad, a dinosaur in Microsoft Word, and that was like my life. Um, so I started there, and I really was having trouble finishing things. That was kind of my big thing in coming into this class. I just, like Priscilla Long said, finishing is a craft skill, and it's a craft skill that I have not fully mastered, but I've gotten a lot better.
What about our working style together worked for you with the coaching?
Oh, it was amazing because for me, I am a real people person. I write to people, and I value so much kind of my tribe, my people that understand what motivates me and what I value.
Hmm.
So to have someone with those shared values interested in my success and kind of giving me just that little sideline push and then reading my stuff and saying, hey, cool, great direction. It was just this, um, it was kind of this gentle guide
Hmm.
that kept me going and didn't let me sideline myself with yet another new idea or yet another unfinished thing. It kept
Hmm.
me finishing, actually, kept me finishing the process and pushing through it. And that was really invaluable. Making that connection to another writer is just another piece of making those connections that we need to make as writers.
So
And
true.
that was big for me. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I've definitely had my own coaches over the years. And yeah, just having someone be like, hey, where's your work? What are you doing? Are you finishing? So it's awesome to have that be a part of your process now and see the change. How have you changed since we were, what's been the lasting change for you?
Well, I've done several things. I've really focused on process,
Hmm.
on setting timers the way we've talked about,
Hmm.
writing every day. I'm definitely not perfect, but I'm so much further along that line than I've ever been,
Nobody.
which is great. And I think all the tools that I got from you have been pretty incredible. I've never given as much credit to, for lack of a better way of saying it, kind of the business organization side of things for writers.
Hmm.
And now I can see the value of some of those things in helping me do that artistic production. And I'm thinking particularly of some of the spreadsheets that you shared,
Hmm.
for organizing story ideas, giving them a tag so that you can keep track of them and keep them moving to that finished thing that I so struggle with. Um, I had never heard of anything like Scrivener, which I've actually ended up buying and loving
Cool.
totally as just a, Microsoft Word has had me so linear, and I'm like one of the least linear writers in the world.
Hmm.
So being able to do all that note card stuff and shuffling was like, I was just, hallelujah, this is brilliant. So I had these tech discoveries. And because I'm one of those writers who hides a lot more than kind of throwing it out there, I think our ego drives us in two different ways. One way we hide and we're like, it's not good enough, it's not good enough. And another way we're like, it's so brilliant, and we throw it out there before it's ready, right? Which we talked about in our coaching.
Hmm.
And because I'm a hider, I've never submitted my work. I didn't know what submittable was. I didn't know any of that stuff, kind of the nitty gritty of how everything works, and not just with technology, but with thinking about submissions or other stuff, freelancing. How do you actually make some money at this so that you can lower your hours of daily work and put more time into writing? All that stuff. So I feel like I got so much meat out of our work together that I'm still sifting through it, and I've made use of several pieces that have changed the way I produce and think about myself as a writer.
That's awesome. Thank you so much. I'm so glad we got to work together. It was really fun.
Me too. Thanks.